Hello everyone. So welcome back to your session on your circular linked list. So today's topic, what we are going to discuss in circular linked list is nothing but insertion and deletion operations. Okay, these are very simple operations what we do have and very easy to perform. Only thing is you should know how to do it, and based on that, the coding part is very simple. So without wasting time, we'll go into it. But before that, I want to say that whatever the topics we are discussing in this particular unit, as well as whatever the diagrams we are saying, all have been referred from this particular textbook. We call it as something data structures using C, second edition, Rima Thareja. If you people have this, you people can follow this particular textbook. So last time we have discussed about something like at creation and deletion operation, right? So daily creation, how we can create and how we can display the data and all that we have seen it. So today's session we will be trying to complete insertion and deletion operations. So how insertion is exactly performed and same way how deletion is done. So here insertion and deletion, we will be actually discussing about two cases, only two cases, because in these cases only there will be a modification when compared to your single linked list. Whatever we have discussed in single linked list, among that, what are the differences we have is in insertion there are two cases. What is that? Insertion is nothing but inserting in the beginning, inserting in the ending. These are the two cases where there will be a modification. But if you want to insert an element in between, okay, like in this between, like we have this in between, you want to insert the data or before after a node or before a given node, the code will be same what we have discussed in your about here in this particular case, what we call in the insertion in the beginning and insertion in the end. That's why we are discussing only the two cases we are going to discuss in this particular scenario. Same way for deletion also, after a given node or before a given node, the code whatever we have discussed in what we call single linked list, with that same code you people can use it for circular linked list too. But whereas coming to deleting a first node or deleting a last node, there will be some changes here. What are the changes? Those are very simple because it is a circular linked list now. If you're removing the last nodes, so definitely whatever the previous node is there, that should be pointing to the first node. Same way, if you want to delete the first node, the last node should be able to point to the second node, whichever is present in there. So that is the difference we have. So that's the reason we are discussing only two cases with respect to these particular operations, insertion and deletion. But whereas coming to insertion after a particular node or insertion before a particular node, you people can do it whenever you would like to have. Same like your linked list. So whatever the code we have discussed in single linked list, the same code you can use it for inserting after a given node or inserting before a given node. Same way deleting after a given node or deleting before a given node also, you people can use the code what we have discussed in single linked list. But the only changes that we are going to see across here is nothing but here in this case. That is nothing but inserting in the beginning, inserting in the end. Same way deleting in the first and deleting in the last. So these are the two things, what these are the two cases what we had to discuss in this particular scenario. So let's talk about first insertion. So this is the introduction part that we already discussed it, what exactly it consists of. So why I was saying that here we are going to discuss two cases is nothing but, see, if you want to insert a new element here in this particular case, what do you have to do? So last element, whatever is there, it should be able to point to this particular node, and this new node next should be able to point to this particular node number one. Okay, so that it because this becomes node number one and this becomes node number two. Same way, if you want to delete also, the same process we are going to see. That's the reason we were asking that we will be discussing these two. So let's go ahead. This already we had discussed in the previous session. So coming to inserting a new node. So as I told you, there are two cases we are going to discuss. The first case what we have is inserting a new node in the beginning. So while we are inserting a new node in the beginning, what we have to do? What are the different scenarios or the technique what we need to implement here, that we are going to discuss it. And after this, what we have is nothing but case two, that is inserting a new node at the end of a circular linked list. So we will be discussing about something called inserting in the end and inserting in the beginning. So here the only two things what we are discussing is inserting in the beginning and inserting in the end. So let's discuss them. First one is inserting a new node at the beginning. So let us take this circular linked list. This is the one which I have created. So you can see here, this is node number one. This is your node number two. This is 3, 4, 5. This is node number 6 and 7. Now I want to insert a new node here here. The condition here is I want to insert a new node here, and this is 9. So how can we do it? So it's a very simple step. First thing what we have to do is we need to first create, or we need to allocate a space for the new node. So how you people know very well how to create a new node, right? Simply using malloc. Using malloc technology, or the method or the function, whatever we are having, using this we will be creating a new node. And once that node is created, what we have to do, we need to assign the value to that particular node. So what is the value we have? I wanted to insert a value here, 9. So how to insert it? I think you people are very much familiar. So since this is a new node that is created, this is a new node, and you know what is a variable we use? Pointer variable new node. So how we can store the data in this particular new node? So it is something new underscore node data. Now it is a data block. So new underscore node data equal to whatever the number you wanted to store. What is the number? 9. So automatically you people have stored that particular number 9 in this particular location. So this is what I am showing here in this particular case. Now after this, what we have to take? So we need to take a pointer variable that points to the start of the node. So here why we are using pointer variable is, since it is a circular linked list, you people are, I think you people are very much familiar now that we are actually discussing with a circular linked list. So if you see here, the last node, whatever we are having here, this consists of the address of the first node, right? So now when we are inserting a new node here, let us suppose the address for this I have given 50, means this 50 address should be present here, isn't it? Then only there will be a link forward from here to here, and then this node, this next block of this particular new node should consist of address of this particular block. What is that? Let us assume the start is 100. So that 100 should be present in this case here. So a link will be formed here. So if we have to access this particular node, what is the node? Last node. That's the reason I'm actually creating this particular pointer. Okay, that's the reason we are creating a pointer variable which is pointing at this location. Now this pointer variable will be traversed one by one each and every node, and it will reach to the last node whatever is present here in this particular case. So that is nothing but this one. So I think you people are familiar now to traverse it. So while pointer next is not equal to start. So what is the condition we are going to write here is while pointer next is not equal to start, because we know that start is the variable which consists of the address of a first node. So yes, when you will come to know that you have reached the last node here in this particular case, when you know that you have next new node, I mean the next node whatever we are having, it is pointing to the first node, and that we can know with the help of the address. So start consists of address. So while pointer next is not equal to 100, you people keep on incrementing the pointer equal to pointer next. This is the code for traversing. This is the code what we are actually using for traversing. See here. Now, right now the pointer is pointing to the first node. What is the address of the pointer here? 100. Is it? I mean, sorry. The pointer next. What is the address will be having? Suppose this is 200. Means here it will be 200. Here it will be 300. Okay, fine. I'll explain this in your what we call using a dashboard so that you people can familiar with. Here you people just understand how exactly it is working. So first thing what I have to do is I have to get a pointer here. This pointer will be traversing one another like this from, and it will reach to the last node. And after it reaches the last node here, so you can see here the pointer has reached to the last node. So what we have to do here, simply have to insert a new node. And when we are inserting a particular new node here, how can we insert it? This is a new node. And let us suppose the address for this is 50, start address is 100. And remaining is common: 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700. Now pointer is at this location. The new node is at this particular location. Now I have to store the next block of this particular pointer to the new node. That is, I should have here something called as 50. So how can we do that? Pointer next. Isn't it? Pointer next block equal to the address of a new node. What is the address? 50, where it will be stored in new node. So we are going to write something called as new node. Done. So automatically a link will be formed from here to here. Now what we have to do here, the new node next block, whatever we are having here, this particular block, it should consist of address of this particular block. What is the address here? 100. So that is stored in a variable called start. So that should be here. How can we write? New node next block arrow next. So that represents a next block equal to, I want to store 100 and 100 is present in a variable called as pointer variable start. So start. So automatically 100 will come here. A link will be formed here. Finally, your task is completed. This is the way how you people are going to write it up. Okay. See here. So and after that, you know that as I told you before, the start should point to the first node. So but right now it is pointing to the node number 2. So what I have to do, simply start equal to the address of the new node. So new node address is present, that is 50, and that is present in a variable called as new underscore node. So this is what you are going to write. So automatically the start will be coming to this particular location. So this is the way how exactly it is going to work. So here is a code for that algorithm, and this is a code related to your C program. So first, when we are writing algorithm, first what we have to see, available, whether we have a free slot or not, we need to identify it. If we don't have, if available equal to null, if we don't have a memory allocation, we can't allocate a memory since there is no memory available. We'll simply write that it is an overflow condition. Else what we have to do, we'll go for new node equal to available. So we have a new node here, and that node we are going to keep it as available equal to available. So among the available nodes, one of the node I am allocating to a new node. How can we do it this? New node equal to available in the sense nothing but mloc. Using mloc you are allocating it. So this is the code for that. What does that mean? This one. And after that, available equal to available next, in the sense we are now pointing to the next new node whichever is free, so that if we have to create one more node, we can get it from that. And remaining process is same, new node data equal to value. So that is what we are doing here, pointer equal to start. So we are assigning a pointer to the start, and now we will be checking the condition and we'll be traversing it. Well, pointer next is not equal to start, keep traversing until it is reaching to the last node. So pointer equal to pointer next. So it will be traversing. So this loop, this is the loop which will be doing traversing part here. And then finally new node next equal to start. So finally you reach to the last node, and so then you people can start assigning. So new node next equal to start means you're providing a link between them, between the first node and the second node, whatever we are having there. Then pointer next equal to new node means the last node is going to point to the first node, and we are going to make the start come to the new node whatever we have created. That's it. So this is a similar code for that. This I will explain with the help of the dashboard so that people can understand. Here it is. Yes, here it is. So, okay. Already I have a node here. If people can see there are 7 nodes here. This is a new node, which I'm actually using it. If you see here, addresses I have already assigned here 100, 200, 300. So start actually consists of the value 100, and it is pointing to the first node what we have in the circular linked list. You can see the 7th node, it consists of the next block of the 7th node consists of the address 100, means it is pointing to the first node. Now this is the node which I wanted to insert here. The new node which I wanted to insert in this particular node. So this is node number 9. And what is the address for this? 50. So this one I wanted to insert in the beginning. So what I have to do, so same process, struct node star new node pointer, because pointer will be used for traversing, and new node is the one which consists of address of a new node, that is 50. So enter the data. What is the data I want to store there? Number 9. So that I'm going to store here. So new node equal to struct node star mloc size. So what I'm doing here, I'm allocating a new memory. So I have already allocated. So I'm able to successfully allocate it. So new node has been created. What is the address of the new node here is I'm having is 50. So that 50 I'm storing in this particular. So new node consists of address 50. Now new node data equal to number. What is the number I want to locate here? 9. So new node data block will consist of number 9. You can see here number 9 is assigned. So this is what I have assigned here. Now pointer equal to start. So what is the address of the start here? 100. So right now the pointer is present at this particular location. Now what I have to do, I need to traverse it so that it can reach at this particular location, the last node. So how can I check the condition while pointer next is not equal to start? So that indicates that that is the last node. Why? Because the last node will consist of address of the first node. That means it is a circular in nature. So automatically you will come to know that that is the last node. So while pointer next are not equal to start. So right now pointer is pointing to the first node. What is the address we have here? 200. 200 is not equal to start. What is the address we have in a start? 100. So this will not change. So 200 is not equal to condition satisfied. Pointer equal to pointer next. So this time pointer will consist of a value pointer next. So what is the next block of the pointer consist of value here? 200. So pointer is right now 200. So now it is going to skip from this particular location and it is going to jump to this particular location. Now again, the looping will continue while pointer next not equal to start. So what is the address we have in pointer next here? 300. 300 is not equal to 100. Condition is true. So pointer equal to pointer next. So what is the address we have in this pointer next? 300. So this time pointer is pointing to 300. Now what will happen? This pointer will be shifting to the next node. So that is here. Again, the same condition. What is the address we have in the pointer next? 400. 400 is not equal to 100. Condition is satisfied. Enter. Pointer equal to pointer next. So what is the value we have in pointer next? 400. Now this time this will become 400. And the process will keep on continue until it is reaching to the last node. Now when it actually reaches the last node, what is that? This one, node number 7. Now you have to see the condition how it is going to execute here. So while pointer next not equal to start. So what is the address we have here? 100. 100 is not equal to 100. Condition has been failed in this particular case. So what we have to do now? We simply have to skip this particular while loop, come to this particular statement. Pointer next equal to new node. So pointer next in the sense, this is the block he's talking about where we have value 100. So pointer next equal to, so right now pointer next consists of value 100, but what we are adding pointer next equal to new node means what is the address the new node is having? 50, that we are writing it. So what happens now? This 100 is getting replaced with the number 50. Means now this link has been extended to this particular location. It is pointing to this particular node. And the next step, what we have, new node next. So what is the new node next here? This is a new node. The next block should consist of address of node number 1. What is the address? We have 100, and that is present in a variable called as pointer variable start. So what I have to write here, new node arrow next block. So next equal to, it should consist of a value. What is the value? It should actually consist of 100. So 100 is present in a pointer variable start. So simply I'll write start. So here it will have 100, and that 100 we are storing in this. So indirectly 100 will come here. So a link is formed from here to here with the second step what we have here. Then what we have to do, as I told you, start should be pointing to the first node. But right now this node number 1 has become node number 2, 3. So number nodes have been changed now 5 because this has become node number 1. Now this should be pointing, the start variable should be pointing to this particular node. How can I do that? Simple, start equal to new node. So new node consists of a value 50. So start equal to 50. This is the text, start equal to new node. So that is 50. So automatically this start will come to the first location. So your task is completed. You have successfully inserted a new node in the beginning. You have linked the last node with this new node, and the new node has been connected to the stop whatever the next node we are having, and we have pointed this node, new node, whatever we have created, made it as a start. This is the way how exactly we are exactly working on this particular thing. It's very, very easy. Okay. So how we people have understood this particular concept. So the next thing what we have here is inserting a new node in a end of a circular linked list. So this time I want to insert, so same nodes I'm taking, and the same thing I'm having here, something called as node, new node, which consists of data 9. But this time I wanted to insert this here in this particular location. So I think you people know how to insert it right now. If you just go through it, understand it. First thing what I have to do here, first I have to use a pointer variable, isn't it? and this pointer variable traversing. This will be common now because I need to access this particular node, last node. So now the pointer is present here. This is a new node. I want to establish a connection. So here the pointer next consists of address of a first node. Now this I have to replace. What? This should consist of address of a new node. Now this becomes a last node, and the next block of this new node should consist of a address of this particular node. That's it. Your task is completed. So how to do that? It's very simple. So let me explain it here, what I have to do. So with the help of a diagram only, I'll explain it so that it becomes easy for people. Suppose this is a new node and the address of this is 50, and this one address we have seen that 700, right? Right now the pointer is present here. So what I have to do? Pointer next. The next block of the pointer should consist of the value of a new node. So new node value is present in the variable called new node. So this 50 will be placed here. So here. And now this time, this will be pointing to this particular location here. Now new node, this is a new last block. So last node next block should consist of address of the first one. So how can I do that? Simple. New node next block should consist of address of the first node. What is the address of the first node here? 100. We have seen it. So that is present in a variable called as start. Simply you can give it as start. That's it. Your task is completed. So here from here, this here what you will be getting here is nothing but 100. So from here the connection is established to this particular location. Now you have successfully inserted the last node at that particular location. Let's see. So first thing what we had to do, we need to allocate a memory and then initialize the data. Then we have to take a pointer variable which points to the start of a node. You can see here, the pointer is actually at the start. Now we have to traverse it. We need to traverse that particular point so that it points to the last. So you can see here, it has come to the last location. Now what we had to do, simply we had to add the new node. So add the new node after the node pointed by the pointer. Simply we are going to do that. See, so how to do that? Very simple. This is a new node, right? The address of the new node is 50. So pointer next, earlier pointer next, this is a pointer. Pointer next consists of address here 100. As per this diagram, this is a 100 address. So this is present. So it is pointing. What I'm doing, I'm overriding it. So pointer next will consist of this time 50 because the address of new node, and this new node next will consist of address 100, and this task is completed. And finally, you're going to get a option. So here, this is a code for that same thing. So let me explain this. This is algorithm relevant to that. Same whatever we are going to discuss now with respect to the C program code, same thing is going to be replaced here in this particular thing. So let me come back here. Okay. There's a small problem with this particular dashboard. Yeah. So you can see here in this particular case. So I just wanted to insert a node here, which consists of data 9 and address of that particular node is 50 that I wanted to store in this particular location. So how can I do it? It's very simple. See here, first thing what I have to do, I have to create a new node. So this I am creating using malloc. New node equal to struct node star malloc size. So what this new node will consist of 50, the address of that particular node. So successfully I have created this particular new node. Now what I have to do, I have to store the value. So new node data is equal to num. So that is a 9. So this is what I have placed here. Now pointer equal to what we are doing, start. So right now the pointer is present here. Same process, while pointer next is not equal to start, keep on traversing it until it reaches this particular position. So it will be traversing from 1 to 1 like this, and finally it will reach at this particular position. Now after this, what you have to do, you have to come out of it and you have to write pointer next equal to new node. So pointer is pointing to the last node. Pointer next means the next block is equal to what is doing new node. What is the address of the new node here? 50. That 50 I'm storing in pointer next. So actually initially, if you see in the diagram here, the pointer next is pointing to the start, that is 100. That's why there is a link from here. Now I'm just trying to overwrite this 100 with the new node, that is 50. So it will be something like this. Now here the link will be from here to here, not this one. This is vanished. So the link is from here to here. Now this is the last node now, isn't it? So last node, the next block should consist of address of the first one. So that's what I'm doing here. So new node next. This is a new node. What is the next block here? I'm storing the value start, and start consists of the address 100. So that 100 I'm placing. So from here, the link will be forwarded to this particular location. Done. Finally, you people are sending return start. It's very, very easy. This is much more easier, I think, when compared to that insertion operation. So while pointer next is not equal to start, keep on traversing and reach to this particular. See, why we have to traverse here is nothing but we require some variable which is actually able to assign to that particular node so that we can use that node. Because if we don't have a variable to represent that particular node, we cannot access that particular node. So in order to access the last node, we are using a pointer variable, which is coming here. And then based on that, we are performing this particular operation. It's very, very easy. Okay. So the next thing, what we have in this is deletion. How can we delete it? So coming to deletion also, these are the two cases we have: deleting the first node, deleting the last node. Now how to delete the first node? Suppose this is the diagram I am having here, and I want to delete this particular, what we call this node. I wanted to delete this particular node here in this particular scenario. So what can I do here in this case? Now, if you see here, it is not a linked list. It is a circular linked list, means I have to change the address present here also, isn't it? Means I have to access this particular node. So definitely here also, first thing what you have to do is you have to use a pointer variable. And this pointer variable, you people have to traverse like this until it reaches this particular node. So here, what you have to do is pointer. Okay, let me show you the statements. That's better. And then we'll go for that. So we'll take a pointer, and that pointer will be pointing to the first node. Then what we are doing, that pointer will be traversed and it will reach to the last pointer. Then simply what we'll do is the next part of the pointer. What is the next part here? This one he's talking about is made to point to the second node. So I wanted to delete this node. So definitely the address present in this particular location, the next block should be the address of this particular node. Suppose this is 200. So this 200 should be present here. So that is what I need to do simply. So what will happen? The link will be cut off from this, and finally it will be pointing to this particular location, not this one. And this particular node will be deleted, and this one will free it up. That's what we are going to do. See, so pointer next. Now this time, if you see this particular video here, the pointer next is pointing to this particular node, this one. And this is the second node. So what is the address we have? We might be having address something 200. That 200 we are storing it here. So automatically it is performing it. Actually, deletion is much more easier. So with the help of a code, we shall see how exactly it works. So in this case, we are not creating any new node. If you can see here in this particular case, when we are defining it, I'm not taking any new node because I'm not creating any new node. Rather, I'm deleting it. So only one pointer variable is required, PTR. Start pointer is obviously common. So pointer is initially start, and I will be traversing. This is the code used for traversing. While pointer next is not equal to start, keep on traversing until you reach to the last node. And once you're reaching the last node, what you have to do is see carefully, please. Pointer next equal to start next. Okay, so start is pointing to the first node. What is the address we have in that? That particular, that is 200. That 200 I am storing in a pointer next. Then finally what I have to do, that first node has been detached. So I need to free that particular node, the memory allocated to that. How can we do that? Using free method. Finally start equal to pointer next. So this is the way how exactly it is going to do. Okay, let me show you with the program, I mean solving a problem so that it becomes easy for you people. Oh. Okay, see here, this is a node number 1, right? I wanted to delete node number 1 and want to make the node number 2 as node number 1. 3, this is node number 4, node number 5, node number 6, and node number 7. So let me write the addresses also. The address present in the start is 100, 200, 300. This, the address of this fourth node is 400, 500, 600, and then finally 700. So what is the address that will be present here in this? The address of our next node, that is 200. This will have 300, 400, 500, 600. This is 700, and this is, sorry, this is 100. This is the most important, no? So this one we are going to write it as 100. Now I want to delete this node. I want to make this as a start node. So what I'm doing, I'm using first a pointer and I'm initializing the pointer at this particular location. Okay. Now what I'm doing, while pointer next not equal to start, what is the next value? We have 200. 200 is not equal to start. Start consists of address 100. So 200 is not equal to 100 now. You'll be traversing it. Pointer equal to pointer next. What is the address? We have 200. That 200 I'm assigning here into this. So what will happen now? The pointer will be moving to this particular location. Same way, 300 is not equal to 100 here. So pointer equal to pointer next, that is 300. Now the pointer is at this particular location. Now again what happens, 400 is not equal to 100. So pointer equal to pointer next, that is nothing but 400. So now the pointer will be pointing to 400. Now what is the address we have here? 500 not equal to 100. So next, so pointer will be pointing to 500. Finally he will be coming to 600 here, and then finally he will be coming to the last node. Now if you see here, pointer next not equal to start. What is the value we have here? 100. So 100 is not equal to start. Start consists of the value 100. The condition failed. So what we have to do? Come out of the loop. Come here. Pointer next equal to start next. So start next in the sense start is pointing to the first node. And what is the next block of that particular start consists of address 200. So that 200 I am assigning to pointer next. So indirectly this 100 is getting replaced. This 100 is getting replaced with 200. So this link has been detached, this one. And now it is pointing at this particular location, this one. This is the link. So 200 now, so this is pointing to this particular node. Node number 2 has become the first node, but there are still some changes need to be done. I have successfully detached this particular location. Fine, that's good. But I did not free the memory. I need to free this node. How can I do it? Using a free function. Free which node I have to do? First node, and first node is represented with the variable, means I am able to access that particular node using start variable. So free start. So automatically whatever the address is there 100, this will be vanished, and that 100 will be given to some other process. And the next thing what we have to do is I have to make node number 2 as a start, isn't it? So start equal to pointer next. So where is the pointer right now? Pointing to the last node. Here it is. So start equal to pointer next. So what is the address we have in the pointer next? 200. So indirectly start has come up to this particular location. So this is totally removed from that particular location. So this is the way how you people can do it. It's very, very easy. isn't it? I hope you people are understanding and performing it. So you just practice it so that it becomes easy for you people to understand. And the next thing what we have here is deleting a last node. Okay, so how to delete a last node? If you see here, this is the one I wanted to delete, right? This is the one I wanted to delete in this particular location. So what I have to do simply, so whatever the address is present in this particular location, it should point to the first one, not this node. So I should have some variable which with which I can access this. So definitely I should be using pointer here, and I will traverse until I'm reach here pointer. Okay. Sorry. I think if I'm not wrong, we need to use two different pointers here because this is a node before the last node, and I want to remove this one. So definitely I should be using two pointers here, pre-PTR, and then we have something called as PTR. So same like the what we have used in a linked list concept. Pointer will be pointing to the node which I want to delete, and pre-PTR is the one where the address I have to change. So what will be the condition here? While in order to traverse, so you know that pre-pointer address need to be changed. So definitely I have to focus on this particular pre-pointer. So whatever the condition is there, pre-pointer this next not equal to, so pointer next, so pointer next we will be following it, and then we are performing it. Okay, let me show you the diagram that becomes easy for you people. What are the steps we have to follow here in this particular case? So I'll be using two pointers here, pre-pointer and pre-pointer that will be pointing initial to the first node. I will be not traversing it, traversing in such a way that pre-pointer will be for pointing to the before node and pointer will be pointing to the next node. You can see something like this. See what I have said. So pre-pointer is pointing to this node and pre-pointer should come up to this particular node. Now what I have to do is simply pre-pointer next. This is the next block, right? So pre-pointer next equal to should consist of the address of this one. So what is that? Start. And since I did it, so what happens? A link from here will be attached to this. This is removed, but I did not free the space. So free, I'm going to use a function free that particular pointer. Done. These are the two steps you people had to focus in order to perform it, and your task is completed. That's it. Nothing else is present here in this. So you can see here, see pre-pointer next is pointing to the first one. That's it. So here you can see this is the diagram. Okay, let me show you, explain. Let me explain that with the program so that it becomes easy. Okay, let me erase it up because I need this. This one I need to delete it. And this is the one which we require here. Now you can see here very clearly. Now if you see here, the address of this node, what I'm writing is 100. Same as before, no changes. Now I want to remove this time this particular node. So definitely you know that the address of this node should be pointing to the first one. That's it. Your task is completed. So first for that, what I'm doing is actually, okay, sorry, this is a code for the beginning. We want for ending, right? Yeah, here is the code. So here we have to use two different pointers. The pointer first pointer is something we have PTR and pre-pointer. Pre-pointer will always be present at the back of a pointer. So first thing what I'm doing is I'm assigning pointer to start at this particular location. Now I'm checking while pointer next is not equal to start because this pointer should reach to the last node, whichever I want to delete it. So while pointer next is not equal to start, what I have to do, pre-pointer equal to PTR means I am assigning pre-pointer here. and then pointer equal to pointer next. That is nothing but this particular pointer is jumping from that node to another node. So you can see here pre-pointer is pointing to the first node and pointer is pointing to the next node. In the next iteration, again it will see while pointer next is not equal to start. You know that this will consist of 300. 300 is not equal to 100. So again it will process. Now this time what will happen? This pre-pointer will be coming here. This pre-pointer will be coming here and this pointer will be coming here. So this way this process follows until this pre-pointer will come here and this pointer is coming to the last node. Now what we had to do? So we had to simply come out of this particular loop. Now pre-pointer next equal to pointer next. So what is the pre-pointer next we have here? This one. So pre-pointer next equal to, so this address is talking about equal to pointer next. So pointer next consists of address here 100. So that 100 I'm assigning to pre-pointer next. So here the value becomes 100. So it is now getting linked to this particular node and this got separated. Now I have to free this particular node. How can I free it? Using a free function, free pointer. That's it. See, it's very easy. Using 2 steps, you are able to solve the problem. But only thing is, you people have to traverse and you should be able to access those particular 2 variables using which we can perform the operation. And the remaining process is same for all this. I hope you people have understood exactly how exactly it works. So this is what we have for this particular session. So this is all about for insertion and deletion. So the two cases we have discussed in this: inserting in the end, inserting in the beginning, deletion in the end, deletion in the beginning. If you want to delete any element in between, like after a node and before a node, whatever the code we have discussed in a linked list, same code you people can apply here in this case also. Only differences where we will be having is inserting in the beginning, ending, deletion in the beginning and ending. So that is what only we have actually focused on. Remaining processes same. So this is all we do have for today's session. Thank you. Thank you for watching.